Welcome, everybody. My alarm just went off. I was sleeping, really tired. I wake up so early, so I usually take my nap. But good afternoon, everyone. Please don't go anywhere. We have a very important topic to talk about today. Some of you are aware that I'm going live. So for those of you that are watching this replay, please give me a minute. Let me go ahead and share this video, and I would start right away without wasting time. For those of you that are very new on this platform, my name is Elizabeth, Coach Eli. I'm a business startup expert. I help individuals like you start their business, help them to grow their business. So part of what we want to talk about today is helping you. I want to talk about non-invasive pregnancy test, how that applies to you, what you should know, and what you should take precautions of. There is Hey Tamika, how are you? There is a new update on DNA, which is the non-invasive pregnancy test. Non-invasive pregnancy test, what it means and all that. I will talk about that in a minute. Like I said, just allow me a minute to share this video, and I will be with you shortly. I'm not going anywhere. What I can do, Tamika, welcome. I'll see you in a minute. We have mock scheduled today. I just want to share this video, and we are gonna start. I'm going to start. It's a lot that I want to share with you. I also took notes for you guys. And like I said, I help you guys to grow your business. So this is part of the process. We don't just do only setup or startup or that. We also help you guys to make sure that you guys are aware of industry updates and all that great stuff. So I will start. I have the link. Just want to post, and we're gonna get started. Yep, post. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Everything is so. I'm just gonna drop you here. Let's me share my videos. I am live. Yeah, gotta do this ritual. It's like a ritual. I have to send this everywhere. But whatever. That's my calling. So, Tamika, how are you? Down with my place, and that's it. Okay. Sorry. Welcome everybody. Like I said, don't go anywhere. I am going to, be sharing some it's actually a lot of updates, honestly. To my surprise, it's a lot of updates. But I'm gonna break it down so that you don't have to do extensive research, and because it's imperative. It is imperative, especially as a business owner, someone that wants to offer this or is offering it. It's going to be affordable at the end of the day. Um, when I say affordable, meaning that you will be able to. I spoke to a lady today. She called me and said a lot of people call her all the time for non-invasive pregnancy tests, and it applies to me too. People call us like every day for non-invasive tests, but guess what? These calls don't go beyond the phone call because first, non-invasive pregnancy test is so expensive. That's why it's non-invasive. It's a very expensive test. And to people's knowledge, when we tell them the price, like we are saying 1,500, something that is more than 1,000 is expensive. So they one either can't afford it right away, or they don't know that that is how much this test costs. They are aware that there is a test that can quickly let them know the father of a child. That's the main purpose of non-invasive pregnancy test, right? But then they don't know it's expensive. So one of the ways to go around this is that you can offer payment plan options. Like you can ask them to pay either through Klarna or afterpay, and there is another one. I can't remember, but if you allow me, I can quickly search for you. But that's just by the way. So we get a lot of calls. That's where I'm coming from with that. We get a lot of calls. People are looking. A lot of people are having unprotected sex. A lot of people are not married. They don't want to have extra child. When bringing a child forth to this world is expensive, and it requires some sort of planning. And you have to be in a mutual concept with your other partner. So a lot of moving parts to this, and you'll find a lot of people in this predicament. I say because it's a decision, it's something unplanned. Like I said, it could be a one night stand type of thing. It could be that they're looking to find the gender and also to see if this person is the father, so they don't have to go through unnecessary child support and all that. These are, I'm telling you, when you're having that time together, people don't think about the consequences or things that may happen afterwards. So you would find a lot of people in this situation and they want to quickly know right away. So what is right away? Then they start to call us. They want to know if the test is available. And then when we tell them the price, it becomes a problem for them and for us from the business standpoint. Then you see, because why I say problem is they can't afford this. They can't, but they would love to. So then you see them find themselves in a situation they have to keep the baby, or they can't. Then they have to just go and find out and find a means to pay. But anyway, that's just by the way. So I want to go at it today to tell you guys about the latest update. A lot of you that are my followers probably have seen me post this, and I said I was going to come here today and share with you. And that's exactly what I want to do today. Non-invasive pregnancy test means that a female or a mother or a mom, we can interchangeably use these words, right? The person is pregnant and she's looking to determine to see who is the father of the baby, especially if she's not sure of the person. She might be having double dates issues. You already know those drama. That's not what we want to talk about today. So then, especially for those that are not sure, I'm telling you, I can't even think of another like, why would you be testing? You know what I mean? Why would you be needing a non-invasive pregnancy test? Because although, yeah, non-invasive is used for gender as well, but you can as well take the cheaper test, which is $100 and something, and determine the gender of the baby. Like, there is a real gender review testing that you can take. You don't have to pay 1,000, what have you, to determine, right? So this is always for paternity. Hi, Miss Carla, I see you. Welcome, everyone. So this is always for paternity, to determine the paternity, the father of this child. The good thing of with this DNA, with this type of test, is that you can actually test more than one alleged father. So you can test more than one man together with you with your testing. Always make sure you tell these folks when they come to you, because they want to know. Some of them don't know. Education comes with this process. That's what I always tell my people. And when you're testing more than one alleged father, what does that mean to you? More money. So you may as well just go ahead and provide that offer, that education right there, especially when they are calling. Now, the reason why Alliance is a big deal is that Alliance is so cheap. It's like a fraction of what is out there. And that's why they always have issues, or they had issues, and they had to take away this test for a minute. Now they bring it back. Hopefully, they won't take it away. One of the reasons what the claim was, the reason why they took it away in the first place, was there was a lot of errors. There was a lot of collection error, contamination, determination. I don't know if you guys know the process when it comes to determining a gender. Testing is a critical process, and that's why accreditation comes in play. That's why a lot of you and I, we are not there yet, because you have to go through a lot of process and what have you, standards. I'm talking about protocol. I'm talking about a lot of those things. But it takes time. So their issue, or their claim, was that there were a lot of errors. People were not following directions and following rules, so they had to take it away because they got a ding for it. So now they brought it back, and they've done a lot of, or made a lot of adjustments, a lot of updates are in play. So these updates, and make sure it's a lot, but what applies to us is what I'm going to cover. There are some things, when I say unnecessary, meaning that it's necessary to them, but it's not. We don't need to know about those things from business standpoint. So what we need to know from the business standpoint is what I want to share with you guys today. Okay. I'm also going to be in my chat. I can't see my chat because I'm actually filming for my computer. So if you have any question, you let me know. I'm also at one point in my presentation, gonna share my screen with you because there is this portion I want to be able to show you guys. I want to make sure this video is covers everything, so I don't have to come back again to do this. So I can just refer people. Hey, you want to know? Go ahead and check this video out. Right? So that's what I want to do with this video today. So, like I said, I took notes. I'm gonna be looking down a little bit. I'll do that so that I can make sure I cover everything. Like I said, it was a lot of updates, and I just took the ones that are very pertinent. That's really has to do with us. Okay. So let's dive into today's topic: non-invasive pregnancy test. A little bit on the general background. DDC also offers non-invasive, and they have never had to have any issue. DDC is standard. They make sure they are following what they need to follow. I don't know if you guys have seen my videos. There are a list of labs that are accredited that does the same thing. The only reason why Alliance is coming to play, or you keep seeing me or you hear me all the time say Alliance, is because Alliance is affordable. Alliance allows all of our shenanigans. You know how we have brands, designers, like we have Michael Kors, we have what are all these brands out there, all these designer, but some of us have preference. Like for me, I like Michael Kors because Michael Kors is big. I don't like Coach. Coach is small. They are, and even Coach is a little bit expensive than some other brands. So, in other words, there are different brands. So there are different labs that we can work with. So Alliance kind of like fits with our need because we are a small business owner. Alliance fits with everything. Like I can pick up the phone right now and call Alliance. Like I can literally. I wanted to, but I fell asleep because I had one more question that I wanted to ask before I came live. I can figure that out later. I can take a guess what if I ever get to that in my presentation. But so you see how we have different brands and all brands are different. So I have a blue glasses, I have a pink glasses, I have anything. I can wear my hair today, pulling it down. I can. It's still me, Coach Ela, and it's still called a what is this? Locks. So that's what I'm saying. We have different brands and different labs, and all labs has their protocol. But at the end of the day, they have the same common goal to test to give us the result. That's it. Some of the lab have different, like immigration. Alliance don't, DDC don't have immigration. They do, but they don't allow we small business owner to resell. And Century Alliance don't. They had it, but they took it away. Only DDC is still offering as we speak. Like I said, you only know what you know. You have to do your due diligence. I don't need all the labs. I only need DDC and Alliance. There are other 15 other labs out there, and I gave you this video. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. Like they literally do the same thing, and I'm pretty sure some of them of these labs has a better program, but we didn't work with them. We don't work with them. We don't have a means. We don't have information on them, so we can't even talk about them, right? So I'm encouraging you guys to do your due diligence. Go do. I've done half of the work for you. I've given you the list. All you just have to do is pick up the phone. Should you be honestly interested in DNA services? And I encourage you to, because when we speak of business, when we're speaking of entrepreneurship, DNA is a very lucrative business. I promise you. I can go ahead and do a non-invasive pregnancy test, and I make close to 600. Like I don't want to exaggerate. This is like real conversation right now. My profit, when I start to make profit in anything I do, I'm looking. My lowest bottom of profit is always like $200. When it comes to DNA, I'm starting from $500 because that's the type of market that I am in. It's like home care. Like you're asking me to be charging. I can't charge a client $10 per hour. Home care is not like that. Home care is like $80 an hour. You see what I'm saying? Like there are some things that are just meant to be expensive, or that's the price. So for DNA, that is the price of a DNA test. Like that is just the price. So we have to resell these prices or resell the DNA. So we are in the business. So the profit margin is higher as compared to DNA. I mean, as compared to drug testing. Like the lab will charge you $15 for a drug test, and you see some people they are still charging 45. Some people are charging 65, 75. I'm in between that number. So again, you can see that so margin, so 65 minus 15 is how much? $50. DNA, no, you can make times three of that. Like you have to literally just charge, like for a DNA test, like normal DNA test is just 275, and I'm paying what? I'm paying the lab maybe $80 or $90. You see the difference? So if you understand, you understand. So anyway, that's where I'm coming from. Then non-invasive was not available. It was, then they took it away, and now they bring it back. They brought it back. So anyway, too much talking. So this thing will come back later. Let me quickly go into today's topic because I do have to go. We have mock today. Okay. The first thing that I want you guys to know is that you have up to 48 hours. 48 hours equals 2 days. If you're collecting, I don't know if you know, non-invasive sample is always blood from the mother. That's it. You can't take any other sample. You must draw the blood because she's pregnant. So we must tap into our bloodstream because of the filters that is developing in our system. Right? I don't know if you guys know there is something we call the beta analysis test. So we have to do that. So blood is the sample that we obtain for the non-invasive test from a mother. Now, for the alleged father, you can use the standard way is buccal swab. You have to take the cheek swab DNA, and now Alliance is saying that we can also do non-standard samples like the toothbrush and toothbrush. I know I took that. I don't want to misinform you. So you can do toothbrush and fingernails. Toothbrush and fingernails. Now, but the takeaway here is that you have 48 hours, and it's always an overnighted process. So if you take the specimen today, Monday, it's going to get to the lab the next day. Now, if you are testing on the weekend, make sure that you are calculating your time. For example, in my area, FedEx don't work on Saturday. So that means I can't even do a weekend test because I have 48 hours. Because if FedEx is not going to pick up on Friday. So when is FedEx going to pick up? Are they going to pick up on Monday or is it on a Sunday? Am I guaranteed that this specimen is going to get to the lab the next day? We don't know. So weekend is not an option. Although what they said is that if you are going to do a weekend, make sure you check and know that there is the courier service is going to pick up the specimen. As long as you calculate and you know that your specimen is going to get to the lab on Monday, you are fine. But what they are saying to us is that we have 48 hours. After 48 hours, if your test or your specimen gets to the lab and they check it because there is an expiration, if it doesn't get there before 48 hours, they will toss it away. They would discard it and you would have to do recollection. And there is a fee for you. Maybe you're going to have to, so you have to factor that out. Are you going to charge for recollection? But if the mistake is coming from the lab, they won't charge us for recollection. The first takeaway is that you have 48 hours. Now, gender reveal can be ordered together with this test. If you go in your portal, so let me go ahead and check, share my screen with you. I can log in successfully, Jesus Christ. Make sure I can log in. Yes, I can. I'm so interested. No, I don't want to do this. Yes, I can. Now, let me go ahead and share my screen. Make sure you let me know if you can see my screen. So I can tell. Okay. So this is my screen. This is my alliance here. I would come here and try to create a case. Once you are in alliance, you want to go ahead and check off NIPP. If I can find it, non-invasive prenatal, right? As you can see, there is a new disclaimer. This is my first time. I didn't even check. Yep. You must use a chain of custody with this test. You must. I'm telling you guys right now. I don't, and I don't usually use a but this because I want to believe chain of custody is always for a legal test. This prenatal test is information only, as you can see, and is not and can't be used in the court for legal purposes. However, they want you to use a chain of custody. So that's the tricky part, and that's why I feel like I need to be here today to talk to you guys. So if you don't send in your specimen with a chain of custody, they will not test, they are gonna discard. So you have to redraw. And like I said, a DDC test is actually can be used for legal, but alliance test you can't use it for legal. So that's the twist right there. And non-invasive test is for pregnancy involving related cases. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and accept because that's not what I want to talk about. You must look, ha ha ha. They've changed everything. You know how you can test as early as 6 weeks? It's not the case anymore, guys. You can't test as early as 6 weeks. You can, they want us to make sure that the parent is from 10 weeks. They prefer that is 12 weeks. So you must ask the parents, whomever is calling you for this test, if they are not 10 weeks and above, you can't do them. But with DDC, you can go ahead and do it as early as 6 weeks. I've even seen 5 weeks before, but just stay at 6 to be very sure. But with Alliance, unfortunately, they are not, but they still remain the cheapest. Let's go ahead. There's a lot to grab in here today. So you would go ahead and select your location as yourself. You are going to fill out all this information. So the mom information. So all this information is going to be for mom. You want to go ahead and add the alleged father if there are more than one. I encourage you to and I feel like there will be more than one because guess what? If you are testing, if you're in a relationship and you know who had sex with you, you had a thing with, you wouldn't be guessing, you wouldn't want to know. But a lot of people that are looking for this test, they have probably done something different. So they are always guessing. So just tell them for education purposes and for you to make more money. Like this is what we call cross selling. So you're gonna add as many people as possible to this test. So that's how you do that. And when you come here, look, you're gonna have to check that the second alleged father fee applies. Okay, so if there are more than two, just go ahead and check this. If they want to know the gender review, let us know. So you want to know if you want, if say for example it's a company, and because we are all mobile, we all do blood draw here, but if you don't do blood draw and you need them to get you a phlebotomist, then you also have to get this. As you can see, there are always fees additionally applied. But I also, this is where I want to tell you guys that, oh my god, this is where I want to tell you guys to know that you can also go ahead and add yourself to the phlebotomy list. Should there be a case in your area that they need a blood draw, a phlebotomy for mobile draw? I'm online. Be careful. Go away and stop calling my name. What do you need? I'm here. Give me 5 minutes. So you would come here and add yourself. But anyway, for this, I'm going to come back and talk about that later. But let's go ahead. This is what I want to show you from here is that I want to show you that this is how you're going to add gender reveal to what you're doing. With DDC, there is a standalone way to order for a gender reveal testing. But for Alliance, when it comes to Alliance, there is no way to do a standalone. You can only get a gender with in addition to a non-invasive pregnancy test. And this is how that works. If you're having more than one alleged father, you check this off. But if you're not, I don't think this applies to us because I want to believe you guys want to keep your money in now. So you should know how to draw blood, or you find your PRN person to come and do it. But this is in overall for especially companies, or even I don't know who this would apply to. If you know, put in the chat. But I'm gonna get to this in a minute. But anyway, so this is how you do it. Then you would come down here and you order the exam. If you have a client in another state, if your client is in another state, and you are, because with DNA, you can sell your services in all states. You don't have to limit yourself to just your local area. So you would come here and find, you would find collection site. You would find a collection site here. So you would then ask that person to do the collection on your behalf. So this is how I do it. So whatever, you can just put the person's zip code and find the location near you. So you don't have to worry about test kits and all that. Although Another new development with this is that now, if you want to order test kits for non-invasive pregnancy tests, you do have to pay. Let me continue because I don't want to mix up too many things at one time. I actually took notes in a systematic order. Now, I said that we can't offer a gender review standalone. We do have to. Ashonia, welcome everybody. Like I said, welcome. Don't go anywhere. So you would with DDC, you can order, you can even pick up sneak peek or your standalone gender review testing. Okay. Now there is a fee to order kits. So let me show you that. If you go on Alliance, if you go here, this is the portal to order a kit. If you are just looking for paternity test kits, those are free and you can order as much as you want, right? But the moment you start to order a non-invasive pregnancy test kit, it's $25 each. This is one of the newest thing they did. Now, this before this kit was usually was 20 was free. Now it's 25. But what Alliance claim or they are claiming is that this 25 here has been added to the fees. So meaning that you don't have to worry. Yeah, you would have to pay for it initially to get the kit, but when you're paying for your test in overall, it has been included. I don't know for a fact, but that is most likely yes. But what I want to say to you is that in factor all of these numbers to your pricing. I'm going to show you how to do that momentarily. So don't go anywhere. What I would show you is how you can go and find your fees. Now that we know that Alliance is $25 for the kit, like you can see, they've updated everybody's kit. So this is 2025. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. Let's go ahead. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and put in the chat. I would answer them as I see fit. Okay. They say that we can use our old kits. So for some of us, I have a lot of kits on hand. They say we can use those, but you have to check because I know you know that this kit does expire. The tubes expire. So if you check and your tube is expired, you can email Alliance at supportalliance.com and they will replace it to you for free. So you don't have to pay. Now, if you don't have a kit, Alliance is saying that you can use your own tubes. As you can see, it's Alliance is like which animal is very tricky like that. They will make it look easy and they will make it look hard. Like, but at the end of the day, it's still a win-win. Trust me. I've thought about all of this, and we are still on the winning side compared to we like DDC is hard to get in. You have to pay that $750 first of all. But I am making it easier. I mean, I have a program you can come through us if you want to, and you have everything that you DDC is offering. You can do it through us if you don't want to pay the $750. Or like if you have a DDC account, then you can do it with DDC. However, you know that it is very expensive. If you check your fee schedule for DDC is asking for close to 1,300. How much do you want to make it? Let's say you want to make a profit of 200. So that means you're going to be charging your client 1,500. Like, and that's what I started with. A lot of people don't even know it's an expensive test or they can't even afford it. So it's like an empty call. They want to do it, but they can't afford it. Unless if you offer a payment plan like payment processor like Klarna, Afterpay, and the other one I was going to share with you in a minute. Okay. But that's just by the way. But with Alliance, like I said, it's a win because trust me, we are still under $1,000. Like it's affordability is what we are talking about. Now we can still sell this and still make money and still make our customer happy. So customers are happy, they can get the services. We are not getting empty calls. Like these calls are actually truly leads that are hot leads and they truly are going to generate into being client. We get paid, they get paid, Alliance is happy. And I think that's where Alliance is coming from because there's a lot of needs. And I'm glad that this girl also shared. Trust me, if you open your doors and let people know that you offer non-invasive, they will come because people are food, sex, what else? Music are three things people don't debate on. When you want to have sex, you want to have sex. You can't really be battling in your mind that you don't like. Those are three things that are natural that human beings enjoy doing. It's just that a lot of people don't understand that they need to protect themselves. Like if you're having sex, one night stand, drinking, having fun, like you don't debate those things. So you see why non-invasive is so important. Like, so if you're bringing that to the table in the mix of the services you're offering, that's the game changer for you. That's the game changer. And people, it's just that few people can't afford it. But if you know the consequences, you will rather go and find that 1800 right now and pay the lab and get your test done and know the father of this child and call it a day. Because you need to quickly make an informed decision. Because as of 12 weeks, you can still do what you need to do if you don't want the baby. Okay, so I hope you guys are me. Yeah, it's yeah, so I'm coming from. So because the baby is still like developing, so you wouldn't have any complications if you decide to do surgical. If you want to take medicine, whichever route, you can still do it successfully at 10 weeks. Okay, so that's why people don't care about the cost. So, like I said, sex, food, drink, fun, people don't debate. We think about it, the consequences is always later. So, I'm saying to you that non invasive pregnancy test is always in demand. It's there. People are need, as long as people are having sex, as long as people are still here, and it's like, what home care people will use in their mind to justify, as long as people are aging, home care business is going nowhere. As long as people are having sex, as long as people are having fun, people are drinking, people are still in club, people are still having sex, non-invasive pregnancy test is going nowhere. Okay, so but you do have to place yourself, and that's why when Alliance brought it back, a lot of us understood. We were so happy. I had to jump on here today to bring this to you guys. So that's where I'm coming from. Okay, so where was I? DDC is expensive, yada yada yada. So when you have your old kits, you can use it. If you got your kit from Alliance and it's expired, just shoot them an email. They'll replace it for you for free. But if not, you have to order those kits, right? So you have to pay 25. They claim that the fees has been factored into your cost. We'll find it out in a minute. And or if you have your own EDTA, the tube, right? For my phlebotomist, you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know I'm not a developer. I don't know an EDTA tube. But the EDTA tube, you can use it if you have it. And the way that you can double deep with that is that if you have a Quest account, you can order a lot of those. So you don't have to pay, guys. I'm teaching you something right now. So if you have Quest or if you have Ultra Lab, go ahead and place orders for these kits so you don't have to pay for them. So because Alliance will take your ED2 kits on your own instead of you paying. And that's how that works. Now, the turnaround time is 4 to 7 days. As compared to DDC, DDC turnaround time is it's actually 5 to 7 days, but DDC has two ways. You can expedite and get 3 days turnaround time. But Alliance don't have an expedited process, so you would have to honestly wait. I've seen Alliance, we actually honestly have to wait for 5 days for this test result. So, and it's okay. When your customers are coming, just make sure you're thorough and clear. Tell them that it is 7 days. Don't even say 4 days. And they will wait because it's a matter of 7 days. And if it comes sooner than 7, good for you. But always tell your customers it is 7 days. Okay, you can't rush it. There is no expedited process with DDC. There is. So you notice what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys comparison, right, between DDC and Alliance because I actually use both. Like I said, for Alliance, it's not a legal test. DDC, you can actually use this honestly for a court admissive test, which is very interesting. But Alliance don't have that option here. So I guess probably that's why it's easier. So for those of you that are mobile collectors or have a mobile lab, I encourage you to head on to Alliance right now and add yourself as a collector so that when there is a need for mobile collection, they can reach you and you can get paid. So Alliance has that option right now. We talked about alleged father. We talked about Friday. We talked about 10 weeks. And we talked about the standard testing, which it has to be buccal, but then you can't do it with mom has to be blood, but with the alleged father, we can definitely use other, which is the non-standard way, like fingernails and or mouth brush or What else? There are so many non-standard. So let's go ahead and review that instead of just taking guesses. So when you come here, I'm going to go ahead and preview this and share with you in a minute. So as you can see, these fees, although I shouldn't be sharing this on a national TV because everybody's fee schedule are different. Trust me, this rate here, yours might be a little bit higher or lower. Okay, depending on the type of contract you have with Alliance. But as of today, this is what my fees look like. I really don't like to share, but I think this caught me off guard. So I'm going to just go ahead and share. So what I want you guys to pay attention to is the non-standard ways of testing. So which are, you can use gum, you can use hair, you can use a licked envelope, you can use nail, either the fingernail, toes, or all that. You can use a sperm, you can use toothbrush, you can use toothpick, you can use handkerchief, you can use Kleenex, you can use eating utensils, you can use dental floss, you can use hair wax, right? Just make sure that there are additional fees for all the standard paper testing, and they told you how to package those things. All right. So again, these are all non-standard tests, and that's the fee right there. And these are the turnaround time. Um, this one here is for postmortem. When someone is dead, you can use their cranium, you can use their teeth, their bone, and all that. But anywho, that's not where we are here. Let me go ahead and pull the standard testing schedule. If I can find it. Okay. And also immigration. But let me quickly look at this before I share. Okay, non-invasive. Woohoo! They increased it just slightly by $20, and think that's all right. I'm gonna share. I don't care. I'm gonna share with you, but I won't share my standard price with you for my fees are the same. Okay, my fees are looking good, but let me test you something, guys. I don't know if you guys know, but I told you guys that I have a contract with DDC, right? So my fees are way cheaper than what Alliance is doing. Alliance used to be the cheapest, but when I went and I had this thing with DDC now, so that's why a lot of you, when anyone comes underneath us, you get to also not only have a low startup fee, but you're also paying very low, cheap pricing for all of your testing. Because what we do is what you're going to be doing because your account is under our account. So you're getting a lot of discounts. That's what that means. But here is my non-standard, here is my standard fee schedule. So this is the fee for non-invasive. Let me show you. I'm sure I show my time. So as you can see, it's now $750. $770. $770. And this includes, my husband is calling me. I hope he's fine. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. No, I'll call you back. I'm busy. Mm-hmm. So sorry about that. Just where I am. So as you can see, it's 750. It actually was 750. So now they added $20 extra, and this covers the buccal swab and the alleged father and the blood draw and the kits. So all the kits are included. So yeah, that's the standard price. So even if you buy the kit 25, it's factored in this cost. So 25 is included in this. Yeah, so that makes sense. That's actually where that is coming from because it was 750 before. So your $25 is deducted from this. So you're still going to pay a total of 770 even though you prepaid for the kit. It's all now going to be included. Let me know if that makes sense. And if you want the gender, you just have to add extra $59. Okay? And if you are using a mobile collector. So this is how much they're going to pay you, $95. Okay, so that's why I say go ahead and add yourself to that list. So this is good. $95 is good. As you can see, NIPP phlebotomy sample collection at your office or your location. Now, if you are adding the second alleged father, is $150. So these fees can be excluded. You don't need all these things, but you can let your patients or clients know ahead of time that there are additional fees or costs depending on what they select. So if you're testing more than one alleged father, you are going to have the 150. If you're trying to know the gender at the time of this test, is 59. If you're going to use a mobile phlebotomist, is 97. So in this case, what I'm saying is that this doesn't apply. You can actually also be getting paid from somebody else's test if you are the mobile phlebotomist. And then with this one here, this is actually honestly how much Peekaboo is charging us for gender review. But Alliance don't have it as a standalone. So let me see if there's anything in the comment here. So what I just said, does it make sense to you guys? So I want you guys to know all of these things for a fact. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and share my other screen. I'm gonna share this. Okay. If you also come here, Alliance has a lot of resources on DNA. But I'm not going to dive down into this today. But if you come here, if you are with Alliance, they have a brochure that you can adopt, customized to your need. They have a poster, they have templates of letter, OBGYN, a lot of places. And also, if you can't read, if you don't enjoy reading, I have made a very short clip. All these things, I've crunched them into a 10 minutes video that you can honestly watch and listen to on YouTube. The reason is because I'm bringing all of these things to remember. I help people to grow their business. I don't only help you to start, I also help people that have their business set up. We continue to learn together. We continue to look at means that can bring us more money. So that's the reason for doing this video today with you guys. And if you are very new or you're bringing on new staff member, I ask that you come here and look at their process. Every lab is different. Just because it's a DNA doesn't mean every lab process is the same. Trust me, the protocols is different. It's like I give you an example. The way that you're gonna cook your fish is different from the way I'm gonna cook my fish. The way that you're gonna wear your hair is different we don't look the same. Yeah, we are female. We are lab owners. We have something in common, but we are different. The result is the same, but we do it differently. In other words, just because you see some people, there is a controversial issue as we speak in this industry. Do you need a certificate? Some people will train you and will say, yes, you need a certificate. You don't honestly need a certificate for DNA testing. Trust me, there isn't anything such as a certificate. However, there is an however. However, if you go through Alliance wants you to have your AABB certification training. They need you to have this certificate here. If you go through Alliance wants you to have this because this is the body that everybody is binded by. Again, there is a video on this. It's an accreditation body, and I don't know if you guys know, I've explained thoroughly in that video. Alliance is not even an accredited lab, it's Endeavor. The owner of Endeavor is the owner of Alliance. You know how you and I have home care, we have staffing, we have lab, and it's still us that's the owner, but they have different name. That's the thing. So Alliance and Endeavor are they are the same owner. And they literally just renewed this license. They got their license renewed for another 2 years. As you can see, it's every 2 years. They literally just got this less than 45 days ago, January 1st. So everyone that go through Alliance to set up, you must have your own AABB accreditation certificates too. And the test is done through Alliance. You can also go to aabb.org to get your certificate. But Alliance wants you to know that there is a process because, again, it's relationship testing, and the way that you do legal test is different from the way that you're going to do a non-legal. The way that you're going to, as you can see, their process is different for non-invasive. So everybody does. But if you go through DDC, this is my distribution, but this is not this one I want to show you. If you go through DDC, the real DDC here, just the main DDC, where is that? Just one DDC. I don't want. Why is it bringing me to my portal? Let me say DNA. Just this one here. Yeah, just this one here. If you go through DDC, just this one here. You don't need no DDCs don't even talk about certificates. DDC don't ask for nothing if you want to set up a collection a reseller account. The only test DDC will give you is if you are trying to partner with them as a collector. They just want you to know that you are collect. They want you to make sure you're collecting everything correctly. So if you go to DDC for collection, they will make you take this test. I'm looking for that test, and you must pass that test with an 80 or better grade. Yeah. So if you want to become a partner, it's free. You see how you're going to Alliance? You pick. They don't need no certificates. So, but here, if you want, so there are different. Like so, sample collector. This one, if you want to become a collection site that I was telling you about, is difficult. But if you go through us, is you're gonna pay 150 and you will get it because we have a thing with them. And this one is when you start to take the exam. So there is an exam, as you can see, collection manual, and you have to pass the competency quiz because you're collecting for them. And they will supply you with a lot, they will give you a lot of supplies and everything. And if you're in these states, they are looking for mobile collectors. This is not a typical training, so I don't want to go too much into this. But then, if you are trying to become a partner with DDC for this account, corporate account here, you are not required to have a certificate. So there is no certification required for DDC, for DNA period. But every lab have their own protocol. So this is my portal here. This is my portal. And my fee schedule is way cheaper now. If I can't log in, they usually do a cleanup at this time. Okay, it's actually working. So you can come here. You can also find collection sites. But if you're not in network, you can't find these draw sites. And this is what I ask you guys to come and join them so you can actually, so people can find you and you can pay you for collection. So this DNA testing is not complex. You just have to know. And I also shared with you guys that, hey, guys, if you want to learn a whole lot on DNA business, you can catch these videos here. You can catch like all these videos here, like I have latestly or recently. I shot like these two films. Look, these two videos are your go-to. One, two, three. This three has everything that you need to know about a DNA test and how you can even make money and how you can even find us. This one here has a lot of information on lab partners. Right. So that's what I'm talking about for the purposes of to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. So let's see if I have to do it again. But I feel like that's it. So Alliance is how here. Now they are offering a non-invasive pregnancy test, and I think you guys should look into that because in the top four, actually there are top five niches in DNA that I enjoy so much. And some people now are switching gear. A lot of people don't even want to deal with specimen collection such as urine. Some people are just looking for a site also that is so genuine and they still want to continue to do their job because if you don't, like their job is guaranteed. Like, every 2 weeks you're going to get something. And you're in looking to become an entrepreneur without having to worry too much. DNA is your go-to because you can do it like you're in and out, boom, 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 you're done. Like you don't have to stress yourself collecting like DNA, like drug tests, like you have to deal with specimen. You can even do DNA without wearing gloves or what have you. Like it's really that very simple and yet high return, very high margin. And the niches are paternity, legal and non-legal. You'll be surprised at how information DNA is so sourced for. People just want to know for peace of mind. It's there. Paternity. The second one is weight loss. If you truly know what weight loss is, you know how many people are, Wegovy, Traperside, what is this other weight loss medicine? Like people are buying stuff. People want to lose weight. You know what I told you about food, sex, food, drink, like those three things kill people and people don't care even though they know that unprotected cells kills them. You see some people, they are still doing unprotected. It's just human. That's the way human beings are wired. We know unprotected sex causes STD, yet we still do it. We still engage in it. Don't eat fatty foods. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Yeah, you're gonna still consume soda. Carbohydrates are not good. That's the best that I like the most. Like it's just human being nature. In alcohol. So as long as three people, as long as these things are in existence, so weight loss. I think I'm going off track a little bit. So weight loss, immigration. That's my own friend. Immigration is my best friend. I don't know. I just love immigration. Then ancestry. You'll be surprised. Ancestry don't even do no paternity. They don't come here to fight with you over paternity. I hope you guys know that. You know ancestry DNA, right? They're killing the show. Like as of December, they were running ad back to back on all radio station and all TV station. They are like tax return. They only make their money at peak times, like the season holiday season time. Ancestry was running back to back ad. Now, I think that's the fourth one. It's usually 4 or 5 for me. Ancestry, weight loss, immigration, paternity. I think that's it. That's it. So if you truly know how to find your rhythm, make sure you put all your businesses, like get your supplies, get all these things, promote it. People need DNA testing. You don't have to do too much. And I've showed you how you can even find collectors, how you can use collectors in your advantage, because then you don't have to only settle in your state. I don't have to sell DNA. I sell DNA in Pennsylvania like anything else, because I even have sisters that I pay to help me to do my collection. And if I happen to really like be focused, because I am a social media person. I know actually how to use. I know how to manipulate the social media. I'm very good at design. My A game is there. I know how to design flyer. I know how to post. I know how to engage. I can do all these things. If I truly want to do it, I can honestly kill the show doing the DNA in all states. But I have a limitation. I just do me in Pennsylvania. That's about the state that I sell my test, and I make my money. But like I said, you can do this DNA testing across all states, all 50 states, and continue to make your money. And people are looking. Anytime that I see had on any social, like on DNA, you need to see people, especially ancestry. Oh my gosh. And I think I shared for some of you that are following me, that have been following for a minute, that you see all my posts, you see that I've posted something about ancestry DNA a couple of times. And if you check those chats, the comment section, you will be amazed and be surprised that people are looking. It's the same thing for the non-invasive. That's the fifth one. It's the same thing for the non-invasive. People are always looking for that test. The only surprise they get is that, oh, it's really that expensive. Okay, let me call you back. And they start to go work the money. But then you don't want them to call you back, because you have to know how to land sale. That's when you have to go and check for the those afterpay and all that. Or for payment plan. If somebody is paying you $50 to get a test done, they will be happy, and they know that you don't have to worry about they paying you. The planner will take care of that. They will pay afterpay every month at a convenient rate. So it's a win for you, win for Klarna, win for everybody, win for the lab, win for everyone, for the clients themselves. So you want to have that even as a business in general. But it's so ideal for DNA, especially the non-invasive one, even DNA in general, because DNA is an expensive test. It's not like drug test for $50. Everybody likes cheap stuff. I go on Temu, I purchase some things on Temu. Because it's cheap and affordable. Who doesn't like free stuff? You know what I mean? So you want to place your business in such a way that people are not saying, I'm calling you back. Your competitors is not doing better than you. So I want you guys to go watch that video, because I gave you guys good tips on how you can land sale, how you can remain competitive, and how you can make life easier for your clients. Because that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Some of you are my clients. Some of you, I'm trying to make you my client. So if I'm not breaking things down, it won't make sense. You won't pursue those dreams. So we have to make it make sense. And you have to turn the table around too. Your customer, you have to make it easier for them. You have to make it easier. It's like life. Everybody's, if I'm not making it easier, you will go to somewhere else. So I gotta make it easier. It's the same thing. You also gotta make it easier. It's like that. It's common sense. So you have to do it that way. And the third one is, I know some people are having issues with approval with Klarna and Afterpay. I can only do that because I have a teaching portal, and my teaching portal gives us that option. But there is one that is out there. You don't even need to have anything. Just tell them that you're a business owner. They are gonna work with you. If you allow me to go find that for you, but it's in one of those videos that I just shared with you. Some of you probably have seen. If you watch my videos, you would have seen, because I literally had to go find that information so that I can share with you guys on that day, and I did already, but I can't remember the name. Is it this video? It's probably the other one. It's this one. Let me quickly see if I can find it. It's this video here. But I can't remember. It's this video. I can just wanna I'll be talking too much. Okay, I'm gonna reduce this, but I wanna or I'm going to quickly go through my chat. I actually sent it to Lashandra one time ago, so it's gonna be in my chat with Lashandra. If you can just allow me to, yeah, it's right here. I sent it to her that day. Because she's also trying to make life easier for her. She actually is my immigration student. So with immigration, you want to actually have this, and because immigration is expensive, like people are going to be paying you close to $2,000. Oh, it's called cherry payments. Let me share with you guys. It's this one here. You don't need anything else. Just go through Sherry. I actually know about Sherry because of my stylist. She be charging us a lot of money too. So anytime that your people, so your services are like anything above $1,000, you want to offer payment plan to your clients. So it's this one, Sherry payment plan. Share this tab. It's coming. It's loading. Yeah. Grow your practice, grow your business with Cherry Payment Plan. So, as you can see, you're just going to sign up right here. And you can even request a free demo to see, let them tell you about what this is all about. So, this is actually Afterpay and Klarna competitors. Yeah, and that's it right here. See, it's good. So they are also all into healthcare space, and you're just gonna select other. And my stylist uses this. A lot of small business owners are using this. So you all should be able to qualify for this one here. So yeah, and they pay. It's a payment plan that I want you guys to go look into. And I'm sure there are other tons of other ones out there, but like I said, it's only what you know that you know. So this is about what I know. So I offer payment plan. Yeah, okay. It's like Zezo. Is it Zezo? Zezo is another one too. Yeah, so let's go check out Zezo. So there is Zezo. So wow, people having issues. Yeah, use Zezo, use Cherry, use yeah. Zezo is another one. I don't. Yeah, look, but we are looking for the one that are easier to get in with, because you are not going to use Zezo. You are going to offer. You are going to offer this payment plan, or this payment. Yeah, payment means. If that makes sense. So for merchant, yeah. So you are the merchant. Yeah, Zezu is a good one too. So that's good. I'm gonna have that. Yeah. Yeah. So go sign up with these people. So immigration, DNA testing is there, y'all. You just have to identify, let's see, you just have to identify your ideal clients, who is buying, who is needing. And we have a class coming up for those of you that wants to brush up on your website hosting. I use Wix and I use GoDaddy. Wix and GoDaddy. Wix is for my home care. GoDaddy is for the lab. Kajabi is for the coaching. I actually have three. Wix, Kajabi, and GoDaddy. But I like GoDaddy. GoDaddy is actually my payment processor. The only time I use Square is if people wants to schedule with me for one-on-one. Then the others, I actually have Square, I have Stripe, and none of them takes this other payment. So I have Square, I have Stripe, I have GoDaddy. GoDaddy is the best because they are the cheapest. So GoDaddy is where all of my money goes to. That's how they help me to take my money. But I just like GoDaddy. I don't know. I can't use Wix. Wix is so complex, and when I'm trying to do my SEO, it doesn't work. But if I can sit, if I take my time and play around with GoDaddy, I was able to do my SEO, and it's working because you guys need to do your SEOs. That's how people find you. If you go on Google right now, how can we find you? Don't you know that a lot of people, the time that whenever anyone is looking for anything like DNA testing near me, DNA testing near me, let me see, near me, and that's what people do. People just say DNA testing, right? So if they start to search, so see, what is it that I see? The first thing that came up here is what? Ancestry. They don't do no paternity. Ancestry don't have time for paternity DNA test or wait. They don't do that. The only thing they do is ancestry, and they killed the show. This one here is a man like you and I, but they did what they needed to do. And look, so DNA testing near me. Look, Choice DNA is another great guy, just like you and I. Choice DNA don't play. This is what I teach my students. But a lot of us don't like to spend money in finding money. I don't understand that concept. It's beyond those flyers and brochure. No, those things are what cuts the most. Look, how do you think he's not gonna get his money back? Yeah, he spent money, true, to come up on the search. How do you think? I'm not even coming up on the search. It's this guy here, Choice DNA, that is not even living in Maryland. I said near me, and Choice DNA came up near me. Are you kidding me? And the next thing what will happen is that he's gonna call me to do the collection for him. That's what upsets me the most about this process. That's what upsets me the most. So now call me because he doesn't live in Maryland. Neither does he does business here. And I would then get only $30, and he would get close to $400. And because I always ask my patient, how much is this test? Because I always encourage you guys to always interview all of your customers. How did they get to come here? How did they get to know you? So this is what happens. You see what Choice DNA is doing? Very smart guy. So he's paying, he's using money, but he's gonna make times three. That's what people don't understand. When we say leave Louis Vuitton, stop buying those coaches, invest in your business so you can make more money. This is the concept, as you can see. So Choice DNA is coming up on the feed. Then I'm gonna be the last person because I refuse to pay for ad, right? So I don't use, let me use Google. Google is the one that I use the most. Let's go on Google. So I'm going to say DNA test near me or paternity. It could be anything. It could be, so you have to know all these keywords. It's called keywords. That's where the SEO comes in play. Paternity DNA test near me or something just about that, right? And let's see what happens here. This is another one here. And all these kits, people are just selling kits, but a lot of people don't like the kits. Now they are looking for labs. That's why we sell a lot. Even DDC is selling kits. Crazy, crazy. People are looking for money. See who is on the feed. Your girl. My SEO is working. My SEO is working. I'm here. So you have to be on the feed. I may use a different keywords and I may miss it. Let me see if I used all my keywords good. So paternity, then talk about DNA test near me. Let's see if I came up. Now paternity lab came up. As you can see, now Choice DNA came up. So he didn't use that first keyword. You see where the problem is coming from? You see how keywords are very important in what you do? When I used the first keyword, some people didn't come up. He didn't come up. Choice DNA now came up when I changed the keyword. Now let me see if I will come up now that I've changed the keywords. Okay, I came up. I'm the first person because I used that keyword too. Aha. And people, let's do another keyword. It's a lot of keywords. Let's see who is coming up. Aha. Only Choice came up. Good for him. And I'm the one that is gonna call. Oh. Aha. Pick up all of this. My people came up. Let's see if I came up. Wow, the labs. Okay. I didn't come up. All these other people came up. So I need to go back and add that. First person that came up. And look, I also came up. I hope you guys have learned one or two things. So that's how that works. You guys have to play with. What do you use? I use Wix for my lab, for my other lab, other business. Wix is for the home care. But at the end of the day, they are just service. They are domains. You want to use anything that would bring your website to life. Like, let me see if I click on Choice DNA. Let me see if I can know who is using, because I know some font. It doesn't matter. It's like you're using T-Mobile. You're using this person here is using GoDaddy. I've seen the font. This is a GoDaddy font. This is a GoDaddy font. This is GoDaddy. Is your website like this? All this guy does is DNA. Yeah, this is GoDaddy. These are all this is SE. Does your website look like this? It's in everywhere. You see how smart. I like Choice DNA. I respect Choice DNA. I like the way they do their business. It's offering coupons too. Says this. You see what I always tell you guys? You see, what did you see? Affirm is another one too. Sezu and Affirm. I need to go and update my website to have those things. So this is how you do things, y'all. And he has made sure to come back here and update 2025. Some of us don't do. Actually, I think I did for my lab. This is my lab here. So the first thing, I made sure I've updated this, that we are offering weight loss. That we're offering weight loss.
Call from Superior Mona. To accept, press 1.
Hello? Can I call you back, please?
Okay.
All right, I'll call you back. So as you can see, I never miss any call, guys. Don't miss your call. So this is us here, and we are now offering weight loss. I want people to know that. And as you can see, that's how I know. This is an SEO right here. But you wouldn't know unless you know, right? And this is our services here. I don't have too much of those here. I don't know if I've updated my I don't see that in 25 there. Yeah, I did a lot, and I did this by myself. I came back here and changed a lot of things, but you can still use my website. Can still use a lot of help too, like a lot of revamping, changes, and all that. But anyway, so you can do all this healthy stalking. It's good. It's healthy. So I don't know, real, if I answered your question, but this is what I'm trying to show you is the difference between a Wix website and let me see if I can find a Wix website. I don't know if that makes any difference, but this is Wix here. This one here is Wix. Buy domain from here. I don't like Wix, but a lot of people like Wix. Personally, and you can take your payment through Wix because all of them actually have payment processor. And I think Wix, you can do Stripe and you can do Square with Wix too. And they have a free way to design your website. It's all like, yeah, it's there. You just have to keep going in there and change things around. GoDaddy also has the same. Okay. Yeah, you can check out right there from your website. So this is Wix. There's another new one that is out there. I can't remember. And let me know if I answered your question. Um, I use Stripe is a good one too, but this is what you guys want to do. You want to check out their you want to check how much their fees are. If their fees, they have like a very high fee. If you're going to be taking like 2 point, GoDaddy takes 2.3, others take 2.6, 2.9. That's too much. That's why I don't use all these people here. Did I stop sharing my screen though? Oh, I stopped sharing that. I was showing you guys my. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about because I'm gonna wrap up. I have 15 more minutes because we have a class now. Like at 6 o'clock, we're gonna start mock. I think that's what I have going on this week, this today. Then this week we are gonna start our immigration consulting. If you want to become a consultant, you will come out and learn with me. It's 8 weeks long process. Well, that's like because we have to learn all of this. I'm going to show you about the documentation. I'm going to show you the business standpoint. I'm going to talk about digital marketing. I'm going to talk about niches. I'm going to talk about different. We have 3 topics that we cover. We covered the naturalization. We covered the adjustment of status. I'm gonna see if I can do asylum and we do VAWA. Like these niches are most popping, will get you a lot of clients quickly because people are, like I said, like what do people like? You have to give people what they like. We know people like food. I actually want to get into food business. For those of you that I don't know, if you're into food business, like I love food business. I just don't know how to go about it because I know people will pay anything for food. Human being likes eating. We like food and drinks. Who pay all that? Even if water is expensive, you still have to pay because you need it's like a necessity. So I like to offer things that are necessity. If you're looking into business, you want to offer necessity services. Um, what was I saying with that? So immigration is a necessity. Immigrants are looking for help. They find the process complex. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of guesses. Is this the right thing? I'm supposed to do the right thing. I literally just had a consultation yesterday night. I found a client right in church. Right in church. This person is there. He's been looking for he's an immigrant and he needs to start a process and he didn't know. And he saw he took my number and he saw that I had my picture, my flyer on my wall, and he said, "Oh, I paid. He paid me, and he consulted with me." The same thing with yesterday. There is another family that came in, and they want to do She actually wants to adjust our children what is it status. What am I saying in other words is that if you are interested, you're looking for ways to diversify, ways to make more money, bringing more revenue into your pocket, you want to make more money, you can tap and look into immigration consultation and you will make money. It's a service that you can offer and you can do all these things like this. You don't have to go and get an overhead cost. You don't need, there are some things that, like for lab, you like, especially if you want to partner with TPAs, some of you actually go rent out a space, get a lab for another people because some of you enjoy that, you like that idea of, oh, labs are going to send clients, so in your mind, oh, you need a location, and some of you will invest in location. I don't know if it's a smart move, but if you're asking me what is considered smart move, a smart move is you investing in an immigration consultation type of business. That will give you money back. What if clients don't send you? What if these labs don't send you client? What you gonna do? Because I've seen a lot of people actually they are looking for an overhead space or physical location because they are expecting that the lab will send them client. What if and when this lab sends you client, they're only reimbursing you back for $10. Like it's $10 is it's not a lot. I don't know. So even if they are sending you 100 clients, 100 times 10 is how much? As compared to one client, one immigration DNA client. I'm to say one immigration client. So there are different business ventures, okay? There are business ways, there are different ways to make money. You just have to decide which way, which one do you want to take. Some of us we have home care, some of us we have staffing. I showed you guys my check last week. We just literally got that payment. We've been waiting almost close to a year to get that money, but the money finally came. Some of us can't. I can wait. I can actually wait for money. because I don't need to use the money right away. I can. Some of us we can't wait, and some of us we take our money to what payroll company. They are the ones that pay our payroll. I don't do that. I'm the one that pay all of my payroll. So my checks will take a while because I don't have someone that will run after these nursing homes after them. But they eventually will pay me though. I don't know. Some businesses are just like that. So is that so? Again, you just have to determine. But those are good money. We're talking about $1 billion industry though. So if you can wait, you can wait, and you can make your money. So there are, and some people don't like that idea. Some people want to get like paid right away, which is like DNA, which is lab. Like if you don't state your money, you're not gonna get your result. So it's like that. So what type of human being? What fits with your personality? What do you like to do? So I was able to provide a little bit of clarity, guidance, overview of what a typical day looks like as an immigration consultant. And you can consult from home, no overhead cost is necessary. There's a lot of administrative tax, it's an administrative role. You're going to have to file some paperwork. You are like a case worker. You're going to follow that person. You're going to have to like filing, tasking, searching for information, asking question. It's like admin role. If you like administrative job, this is for you. This is for you. And you also must be able to show your face at one point because you have to literally be comfortable with social media and be able to talk about things that you do. And it depends on the dimension. You don't have to do that necessarily. You can also be your local champion. Like you can stay within your local area, connect with your attorneys, connect with nonprofit organizations, kill the show. You can really like literally do that. And if you have an office space, like you can open like me, I'm doing both. Like my folks, they can't come to my house. I don't want people to come here. What they'll do is come to the lab. So I have a conference room that I can take customers because they have file. They will take all that file with them. And you have to also be able to prepare. If you're doing everything online, you have to have like a lot of tools that will help you, like Zoom. You have to be able to do Zoom calls for consultation. You have to be able to take documents online. You have to be able to like. So there are so many. Like when I say admin, this is admin for you. So you guys really want to like look into that. And nothing should be scaring you from like, yeah, it's a little bit expensive. It's because of the type of money that you're going to be making. One client will give you that money back because it's not like it's not $100. We are charging these people. My highest, I don't want to go to highest. My bottom number when I charge people, if I'm just helping them to do like my naturalization is 2,500. I don't know if I can show you. It's not good to lie. This person is gonna pay me by tomorrow. She literally just texted me yesterday and said, Elizabeth, our two children are here and they are under 18. Because if you are not yet 18 years old, your children automatically qualifies to become a citizen. There are so many, like, I don't know what I can help you people to know to see that this thing there is like it's not free money because you're working for it, but you are making good money by just working. I don't know if I can. I don't know if that makes sense. So, and she was asking me. This is the chat here. So, but she's a friend of family friend. I'm not gonna charge her too much, but she will. If I'm gonna file this paper, she will still have to pay me 1,000 to just. I'm not gonna do it for free for her, and she will go and tell the next person. That's the thing with immigrant. Because we don't do it by ourselves. We don't like to do it, especially if you're. I don't know which niche you're gonna do. Some of my students already. I told them to start to think of their niche. I don't know what your niche is gonna be, but my niche is in Africans, and I know my people. They will not go and check those things. They would rather pay their way and have peace of mind. Telling you right now. But anyway, I know I didn't call for immigration work today, so I'm not gonna bore you and talk you into immigration. But if you are looking to make more money, you want to change your numbers. You want to change your numbers in 2025. You want to make more money. You want to change your numbers. I am promising you that immigration consultation will change your numbers. It will change your numbers. You will make 6 figure. And nobody's gonna teach this because they don't know about it. You know what you know. You can only I'm only speaking to you like this because I only know what I don't. I'm sure there are other better things out there. I promise you, I know, but I don't know them. I only know what I know. But this one that I know, I'm glad. Thank you, Jesus, for making me know this. Is sure banker. In my language, we call it sure banker. Like this is sure you will make money. You will work. You gotta put in the work. You will work. And the moment you become my student, you become you're not my friend. We are not friends, but I get to work with you closely. I feel like I can call you anytime. We fight. I'm gonna fight with you because I don't know. I don't know. I do this differently for some reason. My immigration students, I deal with them differently because I feel like I have a long lasting. It's like they will continue to work with me forever because they will come to me. They will have because I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't know what this is like. Y'all will come ask questions. You will bring real life cases because I'm your teacher. You want to still ask me. It's like you can't know everything in one day. You can't know everything. Like there are still some things me too. I have to like really go back and research on. I still do a lot of extensive. It's continuous process. That's why we have a small group. We put everybody in together because we support each other. It's continuous learning type of thingy. So you really, 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 really have to be prepared that we work here because we make our money is different from this tax money that some of you knows about tax and knows about notary. Yeah, this is the senior. This immigration consultation is their boss. Like this one, we can when we re-rank it, you make money when you're doing tax return and all that, and you stay behind the screen. It's also administrative role. You stay there, you do paperwork and all that. This one here, I do tax. I don't file taxes for people, but I know how to file taxes. But this one is a little bit tedious, but easy depending on the work that you're gonna do. Adjustment of status is the one that has the most work. And with this one, you have to really go back and find answers. Like you have to know everything. And that's why we train you. So when we train, you don't have to keep going back again. You already know what to do with a particular case. If it's a look-alike, like, okay, this is naturalization, you already know what you're looking for. The only difference or what might change is that cases by cases, people are different. Like some parents, some family might be trying to get their citizenship, but maybe one child doesn't have a birth certificate. It might be different, slightly different. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad somebody said something. Yes, this is I always just need one. I don't need multitude. Like Nene just said very informative, and that's a fulfillment for me. That makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Because if y'all don't give your feedback, I don't know. So I'm glad Nene says something that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, and we really do have to because Alliance says something. I'm like, okay, my people needs to know because we can't go back into this assuming it's the same. As you can see, we have to now start to pay, and they let us know that we can use our EDTA tools now that we can also they've increased the number with $20. What else? It's 24 48 hours turnaround, 4 to 7 days turnaround time, but you have 48 hours to ship out. Like it's so many things moving part that I feel like we all need to know. And it's the money, it's good. It makes non-invasive pregnancy test is a good test. If you let people know, they will buy from you because people, like I said, will do all these things that they're not supposed to be doing and they will need this testing at the end of the day. So you just have to let them know that you offer this test. People are always and Hispanic, in my own experience, Hispanic people are the ones that cause us the most because they barely speak English or write and do all that, so they don't know. So, and when they have one information, they like to share within their community, and they share. It's like some culture like that. Africans, we don't be sharing too much, but Hispanics share a lot of information amongst themselves, so it spreads. So that's a lot of people call us, and because they are like their culture, they don't work on the weekend. They work during the week, and when they make all that money, cool cash like that, they spend. They spend it on the weekend. So and you know what that means. When you're having fun, you're having sex, you're having all that, you're having multiple partners, you're engaging in things they're just supposed to be engaging. It's social activities, and they get themselves and they find, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh, I need to know right away. So it's like a valuable information in their community. They all share it. So I get a lot of calls from Hispanic. They call us to let us. They ask, and that's where my interpreter comes handy. I'm paying an interpreter anytime that I have, because I've seen the spike in requests from Hispanic. And if you say you don't speak English, they will go and call the next person. I don't want them to take my money elsewhere. All they need is for them to be comfortable, speak that Spanish, even though they can speak that English. They don't want to, and I say, then speak English. I can understand your English. Just say the nonsense you want to say. I can understand. I can make sense out of it. Nope, they want to speak that Spanish. So, as a business owner, I've identified the need, and I've identified the need to make sure I'm giving them that Spanish. Otherwise, they will go and call the next person, and the next person will speak Spanish. Trust me. So, I always have a go to Hispanic person. Please, if you talk to these people, maybe I'll give $20, because it's just honestly a one-time call, and she would do it for me. So these are the things I'm asking you guys to do. Making money is not easy, and no one should be lying to you that it's easy. No, that's all jargons, right? I'm not gonna deceive you because I want to take money. I'm not in the business of deceit. I don't do deceitful business. I'm gonna tell you as it is. All right, I gotta go. I'm thirsty. I've been talking here for more than an hour, but thank you, Nene, for helping me know that you loved it and that my time was never ever wasted. My students, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Make sure you guys come to class on time. I love you guys with everything that I have. I'll see you on Wednesday. And next week, we start a new cohort. We start a new session. So if you've been looking to start your business, welcome to Miga. If you have been looking to start your business and you have not yet, make your final decision. Make sure you make your decision before the end of this week, because on Sunday, we start a new phase. We cover everything in my 5 weeks mentorship program, and I make it so much affordable. You can pay $500 and get to be in my group mentorship. Okay. So, but if you don't like group, if you're this, if you're that, I have the one-on-one forum, like the one-on-one option as well. Okay. As you can see, my lips are dry. I really have to go at this time. Bye. Welcome, Chanel. Welcome, Tamika. Welcome, Nate. And the rest of you, bye. Love you. Take care.